Hello friends, welcome to iSpeaks. Today we'll discuss about the top 10 dividend paying mutual funds to invest in 2018. Dividend paying mutual funds is my favorite. If you seek to a substitute of fixed deposit, then there is no option other than mutual funds. In the investment, you can expect returns in two ways. Either you would like a capital appreciation or regular income of the investment, which is given to you in the form of dividend or interest income. If you want to earn a regular income, then dividend mutual funds can meet your needs. But if you want to buy dividend income, then why not invest in direct stock? By investing in direct stock, you can earn dividend income. But before buying a dividend paying stock, you will need to know what the company's liquid position is and how much the company is able to give a consistent dividend. Identification of a good dividend paying stock requires digging into financial statement. Not many people have time and know how to do it. Mutual fund is the most reliable alternative to direct stock investments. Equity-linked dividend-paying mutual funds invest directly in stocks. The objective of a dividend-paying mutual funds is to maximize the dividend yield for investors. Now, what is the dividend yield of a mutual fund? Suppose a company X, which has a market price of $20 per share, and decided to distribute a dividend of $2 per share. So the dividend yield will be 10%. If the company is giving consistently dividend yield above 3%, then it can be considered as a reasonable investment. The investor should always keep in mind that only blue chip company whose financial fundamentals are strong can give a consistent dividend. Mutual fund company distributes dividends among to its unit holders from the profit it makes in the redemption of shares. An investor who invests in dividend paying funds no need to worry about which stock they should purchase and which stock need to sell. Fund manager who is managing the fund, it is his responsibility to maximize the returns and dividend yield on investment. Now, where should we go? The dividend option or the growth option? NAV of the dividend mutual fund does not increase over time, as in the case of growth option increases. However, as mutual fund distributes a dividend, NAV of that fund subsequently decreases. Because dividend that is distributed, it comes from profit which fund has made over the last year. Say if NAV of the fund increases to 12 rupees from 10 rupees in a given period, and if fund manager will distribute the dividend 1 rupees per unit, so NAV of the fund will come down to 11 rupees per unit. Therefore, the dividend option is for those people who want regular income as dividends in the shorter period. Rather, if you want to accumulate money in the longer term, then the growth option is right for you. And non-dividend paying funds will instead use their book profits to buy additional value stocks or assets. In non-dividend paying mutual funds can give higher capital appreciation benefits. A dividend fund can give higher short-term income. Now we'll discuss about the tax implications of dividend earnings. Dividend earnings from equity-linked mutual fund is not taxable specified under section 10 subsection 23D. To know whether a fund is equity linked or debt linked, one must know its portfolio composition. If weightage of equity in portfolio more than 65%, the fund is equity linked. Now, as we had made this video for the best dividend paying mutual funds in India, we'll discuss about the top 10 funds where we can invest for the regular dividend income. We have selected these funds on the basis of technical parameters which we had discussed in earlier videos about the trailing returns of the fund, beta of the fund, alpha of the fund, and expense ratio of the fund. So the first fund comes in our category, that is the Franklin India Blue Chip Fund. In the Franklin India Blue Chip Fund, the having a dividend yield since inception, that is the 8.67%. Fund has given a dividend of from 97 to 2017. Fund has given a dividend on 97, 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 2012, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17. In the 20 years of fund age, fund has given a 20 times of dividend. And if we'll talk about the dividend yield from the last 5 years, the fund's dividend yield, the 5-year average, that is the 9.17. And from the last 10 years, the fund dividend yield is the 9.52%. You can recall the investment in fixed deposit in this way. Suppose if you would have invested in fixed deposit 1 lakh rupees, and suppose you are getting a 8,000 or 9,000 as a dividend as a interest income from fixed deposit, but that interest income will be added as a income from other sources in the taxes, and you need to pay taxes as per the marginal tax slab. But in the dividend income, whatever the dividend you are getting, that is the complete tax free. That is 9.52 or 9.17. That is the complete tax free. Now the second fund which comes in our category in our ranking, that is the Birla Sun Life Top 100 Fund dividend option. Fund having a dividend yield since inception, that is the 9.60. Fund has given a dividend of 2007, 2008, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 in every year. In the 11 years period, the fund has given a 11 times dividend, and fund having a dividend yield from the last 5 years, that is the average, that is the 11.50, and fund having a dividend yield the last 10 years average, that is the 9.69%. The third fund comes, that is the Reliance Vision. The fund has given a dividend yield, that is the 13.85% since inception, and from the last 5 years, that is the 8.35%, and last 10 years, that is 8.83%. The fourth fund comes the Franklin India Prima Fund. The last 5 years average 8.23 and 8.87. Friends, I already given this Excel in my description. If you wanted to go through with that, you can go through with that. The fifth fund is the Kotak 50 regular fund. The sixth, the Franklin India Prima Plus Fund. The seventh, ICICI Prudential Value Discovery Fund. The eighth is the Birla Sun Life Frontline Equity Fund. The ninth, HDFC Capital Builder Fund. In the HDFC Capital Builder Fund, the last 5 years average, that is the 9.58%, and the last 10 year average is the 9.23%. The last fund is the ICICI Prudential Dynamic Plan Fund, and the same in the ICICI Prudential Dynamic Plan, the fund has given a dividend yield in the last 10 year as an average 8.64%. So at last we can say that dividend fund can be a good substitute for regular income. If you are seeking to an alternative for fixed deposit, then dividend paying mutual funds can be a good choice for the longer term, with you can expect capital appreciation on your principal amount as well. So value investor will prefer these best dividend paying funds over the other funds. The reason being short term income as dividend and also capital appreciation. Investors who wish to start the process of investing through value investing route may well consider investing in the best dividend paying mutual funds as their starting point. So friends, that's all about the dividend paying funds which we had discussed today, about the top 10 dividend funds. If you like this information, please like this video, and if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel and share this video as much as you can with your friends, with your colleagues. And friends, that's all about today. Thank you and Vande Mataram.